Then people would think this and I'd be like, oh my God, it's me.
Good morning.
Bro.
I hear that.
Yes. All right, we're back in.
Back in the stew.
What's
Back
that?
again.
Episode 18.
18.
Shouting, innit? Do you know what? I listened to myself a bit. So,
Yeah, no.
What, at the start?
I listened to myself.
okay,
I listened to myself on a pods. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, why are you shouting?
Nah, energy.
Shouting?
We need a bit of energy. People need some energy, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
do,
mean?
but
You know what I
think
mean?
we
It's been a
tone it
long,
down,
week
you know?
down, we
week
pick
at
them up,
home,
mate.
sitting down.
I need to give them a bit of Dan under the sycamore tree. You get me? Like a
Aye.
little laid back. You get
Laid
me?
back thing.
Laid back thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
But yeah, man. So, boy, what was you just chatting about, fam?
We were
Chatting about. Do you know what? Yeah, I can't lie. You know when you told me about how I swung into this parking space today?
yeah.
I don't know why. It just made me think about. Don't you find that people are so brave when they're in a car?
100.
Yeah.
So brave. And the reason why I say this here is because when I was driving somewhere the other day and I'm doing, tooting common, I think it is.
Yeah.
You're just driving, doing the normal 30, I think it is, or 20 maybe. But
Careful.
yeah. But no, I was actually doing the right speed limit. And this woman was just up my back. And I could see her cussing in the rear view mirror and whatever, cool. When the lane splits into two now, she's gone, like, I've gone to the right lane, innit? And she hasn't pulled up yet, but I'm just like this. Just waiting for her to go to pull up alongside me, innit? And
That's
then
next to the park, innit?
Yeah,
That long
yeah,
stretch of road, innit?
Yeah.
I know
Exactly
exactly what you're talking
fam.
about.
Just before you get to Streatham.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking.
So imagine now, so she's pulled up, but she's gone in front now, innit?
Yeah.
So obviously me, I'm like, let me get in front, innit?
All up in the bike
Yeah,
lane. You know
fam,
that little bike section in the front.
And she was just head straight, just like this. It wouldn't look at all, fam.
Of course you wouldn't, man.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
But it
People
does get
do.
like that sometimes. Sometimes
bro.
people are in a rush and you don't know why, and you do cuss one or
Yeah,
two.
Yeah.
Dan said it to me on the way here.
What was that?
I beeped some woman.
I
innit?
said you're a bully,
'Cause
fam.
because you know Croydon High Street, like Croydon.
Yeah.
Was it it's not
Flyover.
Westmoreland, but what's it
flyover.
called? Wesley Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, in front of the Central. So, Whitgift, sorry, yeah. So we're driving along that road. And I was pulled up at the lights now, yeah. And then I'm talking to Dan, but I can just see this woman on the left hand side, just like edging forward. I'm like, all right, I'm not here to race you.
Yeah.
Dan was like, nah, let it go, Aaron. Just let it go, man. Let her go.
You see, she's maybe a new driver, had a brand new spanking
She's got a
car.
little 20 plate Mini Cooper. You know the
Mini
little
Cooper, yeah.
the Jeep version of the Mini Cooper.
Oh,
though.
okay, yeah,
The back
yeah,
doors
yeah,
that
yeah.
swing out like a van.
Oh, the Clubman thing.
I'm sure she saw the car was an Audi. Like,
Yeah, they were
I'm
like,
sure she
oh,
saw it was an Audi. So
So Dan putting on his do-rag in the mirror. They're like, oh yeah, they want to race.
No, but see, that's the thing, yeah. Because you got an Audi in it,
Yeah.
And I find that obviously when I was in my car, it's fine. Probably 2 times out of 100 drives, I'll probably get someone try and just disrespect in it.
Yeah.
But when I drive my girl's car now, like obviously it's not a bad car, but it's just like a normal
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I find that people take the piss.
they take liberties.
Do you know what I mean?
They
Because
take
like
liberties.
that car is one of what I like to say the free Pokemon in it. So when you start off, you got Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur, innit?
Yeah.
And those are like the Polos and the Fiestas and the what's
the
the
Astras
courses,
or, yeah.
like so.
And you done
like,
already had a Charizard and a Mewtwo.
That's
fam.
yeah. And that's a humbling experience for me. I have to be like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I know because
It's humbling because you remembered.
Yeah,
you remember.
yeah.
Because previously you were able to just put your little toe
Yeah.
on the car in it.
You're just breathing.
But car
Breathe on
Shelly
the
was
pedal,
nippy
fam.
as well.
Shelly was
Yeah,
nippy,
yeah,
and this
yeah.
one you're
It was
like,
quite-
the foot's
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
You're trying to sit forward to make it go faster.
Shelly could move, fam.
Bro.
That was Bay.
Yeah, but no, people do get brave.
Idiot,
Shelly.
They get brave. You like that shit, innit? No, we gotta put that video up when we do
No,
the
you don't.
when we
fam.
do the video.
No, you don't.
Nah, man. But yeah, what we starting with today though? So what we got?
What's
the problem? What's
which
the
one
problem?
of those ones do we?
No, I'm just.
Oh, okay, yeah. Which one of those ones do we want to start on?
Oh.
Because all of them are.
Topics are.
We've got some nice topics
some
for
nice
you lot
topics
today.
today.
Yeah,
Ladies
some
and
good
gentlemen.
conversations and good conversation. Do you know what? Let's start with the number one. Let's start with the.
Number one, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
Yeah, where were you going with this one? What made you
Do you know what it
Think to bring
was?
this up.
Because I was watching the same podcast that you was talking about, the one with Lippy Castillo and Vivi in it.
Vivi Brown, yeah.
She makes me
She
laugh,
is
bro.
jokes. You can tell she's from South as well, isn't it?
I
Like,
actually love her, man.
She's like the
actually
bridge.
just-
She's like the female brethren.
She's
like
so
Mandem.
many girls going, like, she just reminds me of just bare people.
Yeah. She's calm, man.
Yeah.
But yes, and when Lippy was talking about how, you know, like beating the things in the park and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then I was just
Straight
thinking,
Odeon.
fam, and I was just thinking like, right, you know when we were younger, basically, if we were 15 and a 40-year-old woman come to us and just said to us like, rah, you know, do you want this? Do you want a PS4 or PS4 free? I can't remember. It would have been free at the time.
Yeah, one.
Yeah.
PS4.
You want a PS3? Come and buy this. You know, like just grooming us.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't see nothing wrong with it. And then now it's like when I look at obviously girls getting groomed and that, sometimes I think to myself like, how do you not see that my man's trying to groom you? Do you know what I mean? But it's kind of like the mind games. You can't, when you put yourself in their shoes, you can kind of understand.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
do you know what it is?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, was you going to say something?
I was
Go
going to just say
ahead.
something really quickly. It's just that I feel like it's caught up in the mist of how women tend to sort of think that, you know, like how guys will spoil women with like gifts or things like that, or women will sometimes be like, oh well, you know, guys are meant to get me gifts or they're meant to like
think
spoil
it's
me
a
or
bit deeper
whatever.
than that,
I think it is a lot deeper than that. But one surface level of it might be just that it's a lot easier to kind of like turn a blind eye to, because you're thinking, oh, he's just being nice, because guys are meant to be nice to girls and they're meant to get them nice things and that.
I think when talking about this topic, you've got to be quite sensitive as well, because there's so many different factors that come into play when it comes to grooming, innit? And I think when it comes to guys, like when it's like when we were young, if there was an older woman showing interest in that, we wouldn't think, oh, she's nice. We'd think, I'm the man. That's what you'd think. I'm the man. Like, I'm mature. I'm the man. She wants me because I got everything she needs. That's what you think, and that's the naivety. And then on the flip side, with some girls, why they don't stop it or they don't feel away at times is because there's the whole stigma of girls mature faster than boys at a certain age, and some ladies, if you're listening, some ladies like to think they're more mature than they are at a certain age, until they actually get older and realize that they weren't that mature as they thought they were.
older than me.
Do you get what I'm saying? So when an older guy comes in, it's almost like, oh, okay, like I've already thought of myself as a more mature person, and now a more mature person is actually chatting to me. Okay, I must be nice or blah blah blah. But then you've got to be careful, because some girls as boys are just bamboozled. Do you get what I'm saying? And sometimes you just don't know any better when you're a certain age.
And sometimes you see what you just said about how they think that they're older at times. The guys that are, or the people that are grooming them, feed into that. So they start watering that seed. So it's like, they see that, they're like, oh yeah, you are growing, innit? You know, they start doing things like that. And I know we're laughing about it and stuff a little bit, but it's reality. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. And sometimes some of these women are again bamboozled to the point where at the time they think that they liked it or they're enjoying it or they're enjoying the moment, but really when they look back at it, it becomes a traumatic experience for them.
It's a trauma. I think it's disgusting. Anyone who's grooming, whether it's a young male or a young female, you've got there's something wrong. Because
but then would you call it group? So they were also talking about how, do you remember, and we've spoken about this briefly before, how, you know, when we were in school in our school uniforms, and then you had like 19-year-olds coming in their little Corsa to pick up 14-year-olds in their school uniform, and these times he's in college or something. Do you know what I mean?
19-year-old is most likely, or
uni, even uni.
Bro,
do you know what I mean?
Uni or something.
So even if he's like 17 and in college, and then she's 13, 14, it's just like, what are you doing? And like even Vivi Brown said that she was like, we all knew in school that girl was the slag, get it? Let's not, you know. But equally, that doesn't excuse the fact that a big man's coming to. Like, you're an adult,
but then you have to kind of consider the fine line between knowing better and actually just following through, even though you know better. Because
What? So who should know better? The guy.
First and foremost, the older person should know better. But
Yeah.
remember Vivi Brown saying, Vivi Brown saying, we all knew that was the free person, innit? The loose person.
Yeah.
But her being a loose person is more, in her mind, she thinks she's more mature than other people because she experienced things.
Think she's
so
ahead
she
of her-
will know
ahead of
that
her
it's,
time,
like, to an extent, you have to think, don't you know that this is an older person and it's wrong?
Yeah.
But you're still doing it because you it's almost like bragging rights, like, oh, my boyfriend's older.
Yeah.
But
But
my boyfriend has a car. This is where the fine line is, because it might seem okay when you're that age, but then when you actually get older and you realise how the world starts to work a bit, you start to feel, do you know what?
That was
abuse.
It was abuse.
And it becomes quite traumatic because you start remembering the things that could have happened, or it's, do you get what I'm saying?
Because it's like when you think about it, at that age, when you're, I've never been a 14, 15-year-old girl, but like I can imagine the guy with the Corsa, obviously he can drive, he's got this, he's got that. He's got things that she's looking forward to, or she ideally wants her man to be able to do. Do you know what I mean? A man that can
take a McDonald's after school.
Yeah. You know what? She ain't got to wait. She ain't got to wait for the bus.
She ain't got to wait for the
tap
bus.
out Ersted. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, when he's got that and he's flaunting it, and you know he starts going Valley Park and doing wheel spins with her in the car, and that's
but
just gonna get her excited.
But then she knows it's wrong when she starts hiding him from parents.
Yep.
Because if the guy was her age...
Not really, because I feel like girls would do that just with boys in general. They don't really want to show off their boy to...
But it's not so much of a shock if you know, you're a parent. Obviously, you don't want your daughter chatting to no guys, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, if you find out that he's 3-4 years older than your daughter, but your daughter is like 15 or 16, that's alarm bells.
Yeah.
But if you find out that she's chatting to a guy and he's the same age as her,
in a year group or something,
the same year group or whatever, it's not as bad. You just think, you know what?
Because what you just said, Dan, if you saw your daughter walking down the road and you're at home and you saw her walking with a guy in the same uniform, looked like they're in the same year, you know, age bracket, and he was walking up to the door, you'd be like, do you know what I mean? You'd have your... But, like, if you were seeing your daughter get dropped at the end of the road because your daughter's saying, oh, no, drop me here, and then I'll walk down the rest of the road, and you saw that at the corner of the bottom of the road, it's a major, even more alarm bells. You're just thinking, right, like, what's it?
The more
you're
you
not 14.
talk about it, like, the more you talk about it, it's making me think that, you know what, sometimes it's just naivety at times as well, because when you're that age, like I said, you don't actually know how bad it is until you get older and you start to realise, you know what?
I was a child.
I was 15 and this guy was 20. He was chatting to me and we was doing whatever. Like, it's wrong.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But you don't realise that until you understand how certain things work. At the time, you just think, you know what? He's older and that's my type. I like older guys.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm mature.
It's that diva-ish attitude, like, you know, hormones and all of that. And
I don't date no boys my age and stuff like that. And do you know what? These same girls used to run through different like college guys as well. They'll be like, I'm talking to so and so, talking to so and so. It might be a show off thing, but it's wild. It's wild. It's all, that kind of mentality is a bit different from.
Wasn't the topic about women grooming men though?
Do you know what? Yeah, and this was gonna lead on to what I was gonna ask next, because I was like,
should
I was gonna say, like, should women kind of get the same reprimand as men?
Yes.
They should, but do they?
I don't know.
They should, but I don't think they do. But I think it's something that's changing as time goes on, because I feel like...
No, I think they do. Remember, like, okay, just a disclaimer, what we're going to talk about next is a bit sensitive, but, you know, with Caroline Flack, you know what I'm saying? She actually couldn't take the heat.
Well, she was about 31 or something.
Yeah, and how old was the boy?
Like 19, something like that.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That, and, you know, in her mind, she probably didn't think it was wrong, but then when it was highlighted, she realised that, oh my gosh, it's wrong.
Yeah,
because, you know, there's so many different, like, tangents you can go off, because you can be like, oh, you know, love knows no age, or, love knows no boundaries, or you can't help who you fall in love with. But there's a certain, you have to question yourself when you're putting yourself in an environment with minors and you're starting to catch feelings for people who haven't even experienced life yet.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, what could they possibly do to stimulate your mind?
Yeah.
You know, or to even make you feel like, I like this person.
Yeah, because then you start thinking, well, what conversations are you having?
Exactly.
Because like you're in two complete different generations for one, and then at two different points in your lives.
Yeah. Would you say one's, again, being sensitive about the topic, but would you say one is, we know they're both the same level of, I can't remember, I don't know what the word is, but is one kind of worse than the other?
No. I think they're both just as bad as each other.
I think they
both have the same adverse consequences.
Yeah, I think they're both as bad as with each other, but we've been made to think that men getting groomed by women is kind of like it's like
it's the double standard of society.
Yeah, because when you like, if it's a man, you're a nonce. If it's a woman, you're a cougar.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
There you go.
And you got girls that actually want to be cougars.
That's glorified. You know, then you got sugar daddies. And you got cougars, and even that, it's crazy. It's almost like you're, in some respects, from what I've seen, just in general, I could be wrong. We probably need a female's opinion on this, but when you're a cougar, you're almost like, oh, congratulations, you can be that age and still bag a toy boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if it was a guy that's the same age as a woman and found a young lady the same age as the boy that's being groomed, he's a nonce.
He's a nonce, or he's a sugar daddy.
Or he's a sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy doesn't always have the good, like a good connotation attached to it.
Not at all. Sometimes they just use
cougar. Yeah.
You know, with the term cougar, from my understanding, from what it means, is like, you know, it's a proper like sexual relationship and whatnot. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to.
Listen.
He was quick with the cameras.
Do you know what I mean? I'm quick with the cameras, fam.
And
then what was I saying? So it's almost like a full-blown sexual relationship, but with a sugar daddy, it's almost like it's weird. Like, it's because sometimes he just wants company, or sometimes he does want a sexual relationship, but he doesn't get it, and then he thinks the more things that you buy, the more open the girl will be to have sexual relations with him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was even going to say, the amount of times that we've been in like Tiger or something, Tiger back in for the Croydon lot, when it was open before it came, whatever it is now. Turtle Bay,
Turtle Bay.
It's Turtle Bay now, isn't it?
Some memories
but
there,
listen, Tiger used to have a couple cougars, or Yates across the road from it.
No, do you know where I had cougars? Soulful Cellar.
Soulful Cellar.
Listen,
someone just they want to go out for a nice night out, innit?
Bro, I remember when I went in there.
What was that for one?
Go on, I was just saying, I went in there and I just chilling. I was like, I really have no business being in here, but I'm in here, innit? Bounce to let me in, cool. And I was just chilling, talking to this girl, or woman, shall I say. And then started chatting. Turns out she lived on my road and everything like that. But she was about approaching 40, fam. I was like...
Why are you always getting approached by these weird people, bro?
You always get approached by older women, innit?
First there was the guy at work. And
then,
you know...
they want me in.
But but it's true. It's the same thing, though, isn't it? It's the same thing of being approached by an older woman in a club, and she's almost like... do you know what? Yeah, I don't think women will experience this from a different aspect because they've had older guys approach them in the club. Yeah, but I can speak for having a cougar approach me in a club, and the look they give you, like they want to devour you. Almost.
Do you remember uni?
What part?
Pause. Can you beep the name out, please?
Yeah, I'll be the name. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you remember?
Which one?
The one that worked with. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, I blocked those two names up.
She was on to me, you know.
Yeah, I remember. Do you know what? There was a little flirting thing going on.
I saw it as well.
You know when you're third wheeling, I think she came to her senses.
I felt like what is it, gooseberry, wild gooseberry, whatever it is. You know the like third wheeling basically.
Yeah, but do you know
the tension between them?
You see the difference there? Yeah, it's like man, like I felt like the man, fam. I was like, you know what? I am a young 18-year-old.
She was alright still.
19-year-old. Do you know what I mean? And I was thinking. She was older.
She was in her 30s at the time.
Yeah, she was in her
mid-30s, I reckon.
She was a good decade older than me.
Yeah.
And the way she
but you see how you're feeling there. That's
what I'm saying. So
how...
I get it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you feel like the man, but then when you think about it, I wouldn't have said that I was groomed at that point. But
No.
But then the things that she said to me in the private conversations that we would have had, it was sort of a way that could have enticed me to think a certain way, because I was only young.
Yeah,
I was only 18, 19, something like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she could have actually influenced me to do certain things that maybe I wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah. And I think that's what cougars do a lot of, you know, because I feel like they still give us the power.
They make you feel like a man.
Yeah, because it's almost like it's almost like they open the door, like grooming's on the other side of the door, but the door's open, and you can see it's open, and they give you those little feeder conversation. Come closer to the door. Come closer.
But then you see there, with that particular person, I felt like it was very, very flirtatious. However, if I had actually been like, so what are you saying?
Yeah.
I feel like she might have tried to shut me down neatly.
Yeah.
And then that's when you start thinking, what was the point?
What was the point? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah.
Which I think they
she was
I shouldn't
nice,
say a
though.
lot of people do,
She
a
was
lot
nice,
of
innit?
women cougars do, but yeah.
But yeah,
smile, fam.
but anyway, we'll just to round up on that, one question for you. I just want a yes or no.
Yeah. Just yes or no.
Yeah.
I'll try my best.
Alright, so could you be or could you have a sugar mama? So, yes.
For how long? For how long? What indefinitely?
What
Like-
kind of sugar mama?
No, alright, so this
Like Real
this
Housewives of Hollywood, or like Atlanta, like them kind of women. Like,
bro, it doesn't
Like
matter.
she's
You
she's a lawyer.
so you're on a site and you can be called up for whatever. So I'm not gonna say you don't have to do sexual favors. However, it's not ruled out in it.
Okay.
Some of them might want companionship. Some of them might want a little bit extra. Would you
Call me
would you
what?
do it?
You call me a gigolo?
I'll just say, would you do it?
In the wise words of Savage Dan,
Yeah.
I'll do it if you do it.
I'll do
If you do it.
Can't lie, yeah.
Fam.
PS5.
PS5.
I need a PS5.
Fam, I need them holidays. I will be in bad B, fam.
You know what?
For days. Slap my bum.
Let me go Dubai, fam.
Joking.
Let me go
I'm
Dubai.
joking, guys. I'm
£5 palm.
Like I'm joking. It's just a disclaimer. I'm joking.
I can't
Please,
lie.
for the
With the
people that know
meter.
who I'm talking to.
I would, fam. If I had a different life, I would, fam.
Would you get flown out in that?
be honest.
Flown out to get
Yeah, fam.
I wouldn't get flown out. I get flued.
flued.
Flued, fam. Flued by fam. Dorothy.
Flued out.
Nah, fam.
I heard that.
Yeah, so lads, when did you feel was the right time to say I love you
Man.
in your relationships?
The right time. Do you know what? It changed with the years, but initially you think to yourself, yeah, like when it's your first experience of it, you feel like you're already in there. Like I'm in love. Like this is where it is.
Yeah.
This must be where it is. I've never experienced this. Like, this is it. This is it. But as you get older, you start to realize that saying I love you comes with a lot of different factors. And you know what? Some women might not want to hear this, yeah, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to go through different experiences with different women. Like, for example, I'm not trying to incriminate guys here, yeah, you know, as a populace, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that sometimes you meet a girl and you're not sure if she's actually the right girl. And in that time, a lot of guys will go date and they'll still be dating, they'll still be seeing other girls. Whether they're sleeping with them or not, and there's a different question. That's down to your morality, I guess, with your
That what
dating
you're doing.
situation with that person, or even what you've both agreed to. But I feel like you have to kind of go through some experiences, or you have to go through. It's so hard, man. It's so hard to say when is the right kind of time, or when did I feel like it was the right time.
What do you think, Sean?
I mean, first of all, I'm speaking to my guys here. Don't ever feel pressured to say it.
Yeah.
Even if she says it, don't worry. Stay strong.
Just say,
Just be like, safe.
So, you got to dab her up. No,
You respond. No, but I feel that if I don't even think it's even if a girl makes you feel different, because again, she might not be the one. Do you know what I mean? I think you need to have gone through things to know that you love someone. You need to you need to see each other at your best and at your worst.
Yeah.
Not just because they make you feel good, but how they made you feel when you was bad or sad or whatever. Because someone could make you feel great on a good day, but then as soon as you're down, they'll kick you as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you need to know how someone operates in that sense. That's when I think that you should say I love you.
Spoken like a
But-
true veteran.
It's true veteran.
When I did actually say it, I sound like a flipping hypocrite because I didn't say none of that. I was in none when I said it.
Yeah, I was just, do you know what?
Do you know what? That's why I wanted to say it. That is why I wanted everyone to talk.
You're always mid.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because it's not. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I actually think. Do you see the common misconception for males? Yeah, is that we were emotionless. Do you get it? That's a common misconception. I think males are actually more sensitive than women, but because of for the sheer ego and sheer fact that we are men,
Yeah.
we won't show it, or we won't even give an inkling. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I actually feel I'm quite an emotional person. Well, I'm quite a sensitive person, but you wouldn't really know unless it's something that really sort of makes me. You guys know what I'm like, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
And personally, I feel that guys catch feelings quicker than women if it's the right woman for them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they will not say I love you first until they feel the woman feels a similar way. Because it's an ego thing. Some guys will say I love you first. I think I've said I love you first once. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the straight response is, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for you to say that because I love you too. Do you know what I mean? Or
That's when it's bliss, isn't it?
that's what it's bliss, bro. It's sweet, fam.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I can't even remember who said I love you first between me and my woman. I think I might have just... Because I like to see myself as a quote-unquote alpha male. Do you understand? Not a misogynist or not a...
No, just an alpha
not
male.
a person of tyranny, but I'm just a man's man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, even if I was to say it first, it's not like, he actually told me he loves me first sort of thing. It's more, I love you, babe. You understand? You know what?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love you,
yeah.
babe.
Yeah.
And sometimes the look on the other half's face is so precious because it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he made that step first.
they start
like,
smiling,
blah,
they
blah.
can't
Do you
continue.
get what I'm saying? And I feel like it's more of a alpha move to say I love you first rather than to say it after. Because
Yeah.
it shows that you're not frightened to be who you are.
Yeah.
Or to say how you really feel.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
I've been in situations where I felt myself wanting to say I love you.
But you wasn't sure if you meant it.
I
That's
was.
another thing.
Do you know what? No, I've not been in a situation where I thought to say it and it wasn't actually true. When I've actually been there, I've wanted to say it, but then I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe it's a bit too soon to say it,
Yeah,
or
fair.
maybe it's this, because I could have gone through a lot of things with someone, but then it's just about the timing. It's about the timing of saying it.
That ties in nicely to my point where when I say guys are more sensitive than females when it comes to emotions, where there's times when a man could meet the ping, like I've seen man them, including myself, see a girl on road or somewhere else that they don't know, or they've just met briefly and say to the next man, brother, that's man's wifey, that's man's next wifey.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? And they'll make it happen. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But because they've known beforehand, like they've chosen who they want beforehand, it's quite easy for them to be a few weeks deep into a relationship and kind of think, you know what, this is bliss. Like, and they can easily say I love you, but we won't because we're men. We think logically and not with emotions. But if
Also
you
have chatter in the back as well.
Exactly.
As much as we shouldn't
Exactly.
listen to it, but it's there.
Exactly, bro. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like if everybody was being real to themselves, probably men would say I love you more than women. I think some women are, they don't have a problem saying I love you, but with all of the, things going on over the generations of men hurting women's feelings and women taking on other women's hurt and not wanting to be hurt themselves and blah, blah, blah. They won't say it as quickly as they probably want to.
Women?
Yeah.
Fair.
Just in today's generation.
You disagree?
I disagree with that, man.
Well, they won't say I love you as quickly as they want to.
I feel like girls nowadays are quick to say that I love you.
I got two things I was going to say. Yeah. One of them is that so people sometimes start by saying I have love for you. They start that. They start like, you know, that's how they start. But then the second thing, is
that conversation. Bro.
I told this story, I think on the last episode where I went to the drive-in cinema on a date. But before that, I remember the person was messaging me like, you ever had, you might not have had this before, but you've probably seen it before. You know when girls like say, "Oh, tell me you love me." Tell me you love me, like it's a partial joke, but the thing is with jokes, is that there's some truth to it. That's what makes it funny. That's the point of a joke, is that there's a little bit of truth to it that probably makes it funny. So she was saying that, she was like, "I'll tell you," and it's like, "No, I'm not." And I was saying, "No, like, of course I'm not you. What do you mean? I don't even know you. Like, tell me I love you."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is why, Sorry.
No.
But this is why I say I feel like guys would be more susceptible to say it first if they was being real with themselves, because a man don't go with a woman just for the sake of having a relationship. If we could, I think I speak for most men, if we could just live a normal, like, we wouldn't get married, or we wouldn't have one partner naturally. Just speaking for all men, just naturally. It's not a fact, but I'm just thinking just naturally. Because if we don't need to put all our eggs in one basket, we wouldn't. Do you get what I'm saying?
Ties into a point I'm going to say.
Do you understand? We wouldn't. So we're less susceptible to say it for the sheer fact that we're in a relationship. You'd be in a relationship with someone that you actually like. Which is why I feel like we probably want to say it first, but we won't, because of the sheer fact that we're men. We have a sort of an ego, if that makes sense. Do you get what I'm saying? But I find that some women don't know how to be by themselves, and they love the idea, keyword idea, of being in a relationship. But when the relationship actually comes, maybe they're not ready for the work that actually is involved in a relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
what you just said, like that some women don't know how to be by themselves, and all they know is, right, when they get with someone, when they get past a certain stage with another person, they want to say I love you, and it's not even just what they're feeling, but it's a reaction. Because I'm gonna break up just a little something, but we won't touch on it, not today anyway. But remember when I met someone and it was like, I'm gonna do something if I'm their girlfriend, if I'm their boyfriend. Do you remember? Of course I remember, bro.
I wouldn't. Do you know what? Anyway,
and and I'm just and like, when you think about that, it should only be like, oh, you need to be my boy. You need to be my boyfriend. You need to be my boyfriend. But it's like that doesn't change. That title wouldn't change anything. Do you know what I mean?
And that made me think, can I be your girlfriend?
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
How? Like, can I be your girlfriend?
Do you know what? Yeah, I was gonna say, just going back to what Dan said. Yeah, is that I think there's times where I've loved the look of a woman. But I've not been in love with them. So but then I know the difference of when I've been around a woman and she does something for me that's mad, like really caring, and I'm like, you know what, inside in my own head I'm like, I love you. Like,
This is it.
But there's times where like I've met someone and I've maybe been dating, doing whatever we're doing for a couple months. And then, like, sometimes, again, you know, like how we said that guys will say "I love you" mid-beat sometimes.
100, fam.
But like, there's sometimes you touch a guy, and then you're just like, I love how you look. Like that's what you're. I mean, you're saying I love you, but I love how you appeal to me almost. It's not I love you as
this is it.
The entirety
of it. This is why I say, like, guys would say it first, because you're not gonna say it to a girl that you don't like. If it's just what it is, do you know what I mean? You can be so cold, and this is the misconception that some females get. When a guy actually likes you, you will know. You actually know. Do you get me? Even if he doesn't know how to express his emotions, you will know that he likes you, because there's a way that he will make you know he likes you, innit? When a guy doesn't necessarily care to that extent, or maybe he's been hurt before, he can just put on the coldness.
I think a guy can even be an asshole and still
Love the girl.
and you can still, like, obviously the girl might not see it, but someone on the outside
100.
looking in can still see that that guy might love the girl. He's just an arsehole, do you know what I mean?
100. The only guys I can't really speak for, yeah, because I'm not one of them, innit, is them guys that, like, they just can't help themselves, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying?
What, as in, like, those guys that say I love you to girls just
Yeah,
to...
like, no, like, they will have their main woman.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
Baby Boy.
Yeah.
Like Jodie, like Tyrese and Baby Boy. Like, he's got his woman, but he's always cheating on his woman.
Yeah.
But that's his main squeeze.
Yeah.
And in a weird sense, you kind of get the feeling that he does love her, but he keeps doing what he's doing. So I can't say that maybe that's real love. Do you know what I mean? Because every man knows that when it's real love, even if this is just for example's sake, even if you have made a couple mistakes or whatever, it don't continue. If it's real, it don't continue. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it stops because there's a point where you think to yourself, do you know what? I can't afford to lose what I have.
And that's what it is. It's that point.
There you go.
It's that point,
Yeah.
you know, because, you know, guys will do that from the start. Some guys won't. Cool. But I feel like for men, between men, we know when that point is. And we're not as clueless. I don't think we're as clueless as women think we sometimes are.
But they think
they think we're clueless about things. But it's just like, if a guy likes a girl, yeah, he won't always, like, alright, I'll be honest, there's times where, like, I've been talking to a girl and I'm a bit more serious with one girl, but then there's a few others that I'm kind of interested to go on dates with or see, or, like, I've not met before, but we had a little bit of a connection.
But
so,
when
you know,
you find that one that you know when you want to say I love you, though.
yeah, but
Is
it's the thing of where it's like I've met one person, but equally at the same time, my curiosity. It's my curiosity.
Who
of
you
wanting
did
to
say
meet-
it to, you don't think, like, when you first met them, you didn't say it?
No, what do you mean? Like,
Or you say, like, so you're saying, like, the one who you're, like, ultimately say it to, when you first meet them, it's not like you'll first see them and you'll be like, oh, I love you, because you still need to get to know them.
no, I still need to get to know them, and then even when I do, no, I didn't want to say this, but I mean, but like even when like you maybe a couple months in and you like this person's legit, you might not love them yet, but I think sometimes curiosity in men, you know, that has sometimes been my downfall in the past, where it's kind of like I wanna see what else is
That goes back
on the
to
other side of the fence.
What man was saying, like, if naturally, if there wasn't a thing like created called marriage and that, like, men would quite happily live their life,
Yeah.
living a bachelor life or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like women, it's just a theory. Yeah, I could be wrong. I feel like women would still want to hold on to one man. But that's just not, that's before like all of the just a disclaimer, that's before all of like the hurt and everything that people have gone through. Right now, as it stands, everybody's just doing what they're doing. Like women and men alike. Do you get what I'm saying? But I think in the natural world.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Because me saying what I've said, is like at the end of the day, it might come as a bit of a surprise because I've been the type of person where I will be in a relationship. Like I like being I like being with one person, but then I'd be lying to say that I haven't had those thoughts or those things haven't crossed my mind. Or
Well, I think that's where guys and girls, again, amongst other things, we differ, because where females are emotional and then we're logical. If a girl said to you, oh, do you love me? You might actually, love her, but
You get annoyed because you think, why are you asking?
it's almost like, why are you asking? And also, I've got to think, all right, okay, do I actually love you? Am I going to say this and
Be bound by it.
and be bound by it? Whereas
Literally.
a girl's going to be like, if you said to a girl, do you love me? She'll be like, yeah, because that's how she's feeling. She's emotional right now. She's going to say, yeah. Do you know what I mean? And even if later on she'll be like, you know, if that's your ex and whatever, and she starts cussing you, he's a dickhead anyway. But it'd be like, but you loved him. Do you know what I mean?
A tip for the man them out there as well. Don't follow when a girl says she loves you.
That's what I said, fam.
Yeah, don't follow.
Yeah.
Just watch their actions.
Yeah.
Through their actions, you'll know whether they love you or not.
yeah,
And
do it in your
that's
own time, man.
A1 advice.
Yeah, man.
I think people, like you said, to add on to that tip as well, I think you've got to look at your own situation in your own life where you're at, because I think it's easy sometimes to latch onto something that feels good because it's all new.
And for you know, some women, they like infatuation is a real thing, you know.
Oh
Some
my
people,
goodness.
look, they get infatuated and yeah, it's not. Sometimes it's not love, fam. You know what I mean? Before you know it, they're boiling your bunny and all that stuff, all of them things.
Listen, man's been there. You know? I'm not gonna lie, man's been frazzled once or twice. I've had one or two catch me out, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah, we've all had that one person to catch man out, fam. You know what I mean? I've had one or two catch man out, fam. But the first one that caught me out, yeah, I just, after what happened, yeah. Can I do a little tangent? Oh, we ain't got time. No, I do not. Forget. It's another story. But it was in uni, innit? The first one that called me out was in uni, and I was feeling away because, technically, it was my fault. Technically, it was my fault. But at the same time, it didn't have to go the way it went.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying? And it burned me. Yeah. You know what I mean? It burned me.
It's alright, man. We've all had that one.
Fam, it was peak, fam. It was peak.
So we move on.
I want to tell the story, but it's hold on.
I heard that.
Yeah, guys. So, so the next one's obviously got a bit of a spoiler. So if you haven't watched Greenland, you know, just skip to the end of this. If you have, then listen, innit? What was I going to say? Yeah, so I was watching Greenland the other day. It's on Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah.
And it's about... so a comet is obviously going past Earth. It breaks up and then changes its trajectory. And then it's going to hit... it's going to hit Earth, innit?
Okay, yeah.
So obviously, in that situation nowadays, I think, well, in America, I don't know if they have it here, but they have, you know, like Amber Alerts and stuff like that.
Yeah, they got Air Force One and stuff. The president gets on the plane.
Yeah, you know, like that. They start sheltering him and everything like that. Yeah. So, and you know, for like a relocation purposes, they say, imagine like they will take electricians, they'll take construction workers, people who will benefit to building a new life, innit?
Dan.
Yeah.
So I'm laughing. You said it. Yeah, go on.
So this guy, it features a Gerard Butler in it.
Right.
So he gets a notification saying, "Rah, you and your family have been selected for a safety program, innit? So you're going to be relocated to a bunker." Obviously, he leaves. He gets home and whatever. The whole film is him trying to get to this bunker, basically. But what happens is that his son, so it's him, his wife, and his son. His son's got diabetes in it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they missed when they get to the bunker and everything. They missed the fact that the screening missed that he's diabetic. So obviously, they was going to let him on. But when the soldiers actually found out that, hold on, my man's got a thing on his hip. He's diabetic. He can't go. Now, obviously, they all had to kind of leave, innit?
Yeah.
But obviously, this isn't like you're just boarding a flight. Like, this is like, right.
This is life or death.
Man, life or death. So, my question to you guys is, if you man got that text that you've been selected for relocation, but your family didn't, are you going?
You know what? It's a wild one. It's a wild one. But you see when push comes to shove, I'm a family man, innit?
Yeah.
When push comes to shove, fam, it's.
Do you know what?
I watched the film,
yeah,
and they all watched it together. One man's phone was pinging off, and no one else's phone was.
Oh, you watched it, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They all left.
They would know.
And he wasted no time.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's all good. You got your cousins, you got your parents and your siblings and whatever. But when you have your own immediate family now, you have your wife and kids and whatnot. That's sort of your main priority first.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's your own household.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So you being the man of the house, you got to protect your wife and your kids. Because that's who you live with every day. It doesn't mean you don't love your family or your friends. Yeah. But if you get that text, I mean, you have to realise the scale of that text.
Yeah.
Not everybody's getting that text.
Yeah.
You better find yourself on that boat.
Yeah.
Or that plane. Do you understand? I think It's a difficult one because I'm not in the situation. I'd probably, if we were gonna die, I'd say, well, we're all gonna die anyway. Stay with your family, but
yeah, 'cause it's like you do that, and then what is it? It's a lonely life afterwards.
it's a lonely life. But you still got your wife and your kids.
Huh?
They get a chance.
Oh no. All right.
Oh, so you
'Cause
say
when I was saying it, so I was saying it in the event that if you got your wife and your kid, but your wife or your kid can't go. Yeah.
Oh no, forget it.
So you're saying
Forget it.
So that's what I thought. I thought it was the thing of like I get the text,
Yeah.
but my wife and my kid or whatever,
Yeah.
for some reason they can't go.
Because
I'm
how
staying.
it worked in
Yeah.
households, innit?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So if you're a man and that, they're not gonna tell you to leave your wife, and they tell you
Okay.
bring your family.
Yeah.
But what I found interesting in it was that they didn't want no ill people.
Yeah,
They didn't want any diseases.
Yeah.
But
They
that
wanted
was
to get
crazy
rid
to
of-
me. That's
yeah.
crazy to me because like things can just appear anyway. Like you can be
Yeah.
normal, and because of your heritage and your genetics, when you're older, you can develop diabetes anyway.
Yeah.
So how would have they been able to fight that?
It could be? Yeah. It's wild.
It's wild. So that's a tangent.
No,
Yeah.
but
No,
it's
true.
the truth. It's true, though.
true.
But no, I couldn't leave my family.
Nah,
I don't
no way.
think Nah.
Yeah.
Because I'd be sitting there feeling guilty.
Yeah.
For all that time, I'd be feeling guilty, yeah, and then I'd just be like, well, what's left for me then?
How do
Because-
you move on from that?
Yeah, because I'm sorry, but I don't live to work for the state. Like that's not life to me.
100.
So no, I wouldn't. I'd rather if we're all going out, go out together.
Yeah.
But you know what made it real though? They sat and they watched the comet hit Earth.
Yeah.
And then they felt it was so far away from them, but they felt the shockwave. The shockwave was mad.
When I saw, yeah.
Do you get me? So when they felt the
I need to
reality,
watch
of,
this. This is
when they
real,
felt
yeah.
the reality of what was going on,
Yeah.
Instantly you're not
Yeah.
thinking about brethren and that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're thinking. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Like even the mum was like, "Sorry, I'm giving too much spoilers, isn't it?"
It is what it is.
It's what it
I
is.
get- we
You
get
gave
it
the
at the
disclaimer at the
beginning.
beginning.
Even the mum, yeah, she was when they were driving. The family that got the text was driving. She was like, "Please,
Well, like take my kid,
take my kid."
Fam, but he made a good decision because imagine if he took the kid and the kid
The kid had to have to stay there
Yeah.
outside, didn't it? Do you know what I mean? There's
that-
no family, like,
the family can't go.
and that's the other side to it. What you are allowed to do from what you're not allowed to do.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
If it was my family and we didn't get a text, I would be doing what the other families were doing and swarming the place. So we
Yeah.
could get a place on the plane.
I'm
Survival
surprised.
of the fittest, fam.
I'm surprised that the family let them leave as peacefully as they did. I thought they was going to disrupt it, like being like, right, if I didn't get that text, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think because they were friends, they didn't want them to not get on the plane. But at the same time, even if they went there with them,
Yeah.
they knew they weren't going to get on anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so
But it's mad, life or death. You never know what people are going to do because you see the
Yeah.
way that there was a part where basically a man and a woman tried to abduct the child because he had the bracelet that gets them onto the thing.
Okay,
and
yeah.
They weren't selected, so they tried to take him. So that was almost their golden ticket. You know what I mean?
it gets mad.
Do you know what? You can apply that to real life as well because
Yeah.
we're all sitting here, worrying about coronavirus and this and that, which is a big thing for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't like putting these things out there, but like there are comets, there are meteors out there are things that the universe does. Like, imagine one was about to hit Earth. Like everything else that you have here on Earth that you're worrying about
Yeah.
doesn't just
You know,
stops.
When you watch that film, you realize, fam, go ahead and say it.
I was just gonna say about the news and everything, like because the amount of times they were like, like how many times they've said before like a comet's gonna pass and you can see it.
Yeah.
Then it was like, all right, cool. Only one of them's gonna come and touch us, but it's not even it's gonna burn up in the atmosphere. Now it's like, okay, one's gonna hit, but it's gonna hit in the water. Then all of a sudden they watch the thing hit, come down, hit, and there was no explosion because they got it all wrong in it. So everything that they thought they knew, they didn't. And it's like you can't. That's why people can't listen to the news, fam.
You can't. And do you know what?
It's hard, man.
You like you said just before, you really see what people do when it comes down to survival.
Yeah.
Because even look at this year and last year mostly when we ran out of toilet roll. Because everyone was going in buying toilet, but psychologically, I read that there was a study behind that. In that, the reason why they picked up toilet roll is that it's one of the biggest things, like items to pick up.
Oh,
So like
okay.
psychologically, because you see it and you think toilet roll is like usually comes in like a, you know, if you buy it in bulk or whatever, because it looks like something that's big and you know you need it, it's like a necessity.
Yeah.
It's like it starts to become like this kind of like requirement because you think like, yeah, this is something I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even look at uni, fam. Sometimes, you know, you have to bring the toilet dispenser so you could grab that toilet roll, fam. Or you go into the bathroom and see a stack of Costa tissue, fam.
Yeah.
Because you just have to take it because when you don't have money and you need to survive.
You make do
gotta
with
do
what
what you gotta do, man.
you make do with whatever's.
I remember seeing napkins all the time, fam, from like different. What is it? Costa was the main one, innit? Mm-hmm. We just have a pack of some tissue, the napkins there on the radiator. Remember, what is it? Arthur Street.
Yeah, it's always if like no. Let's not play it down though, because we used to have things though.
No,
You know
we
what I
used to have
mean?
it. No, but there was a point. There was a time when we.
But
there's
there's always that one time where it runs out and it's late or whatever,
There was
and
a-
then
there was a
someone's
time-
got them in their pocket or something.
Yeah.
You took a few more at Costa than you're meant to
I
have.
remember even at Farley Hill, our first private accommodation. Me and Denz used to sit. We had it hard, you know. We had it hard. in that second year, fam.
Remember going in, them lot are cooking up the corned beef and rice.
Cooking
fam.
up corned beef
I
and
like a
rice.
corned beef and rice.
But sometimes we'd be sitting in the front room and we're talking, and you can actually. It looks like we're outside.
Yeah.
It looks like we're outside, fam. Do you get what I'm saying?
And it was just like,
The bedrooms were cold. Like I remember our toilet broke. We had no flush for time. We had to use to catch water in a bowl and flush out whatever it was. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
living like Yardie.
and they wouldn't fix it for us.
Back
They
of
wouldn't
yard.
fix it.
that
It
is
was mad.
wild.
I heard that.
Yeah, so we've come to the end of another episode.
Yes.
Another one.
Yes.
Our people, them, I hear that.
Yo.
Hear that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, thank you for listening again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
More and more to come.
Yeah.
All of that good stuff.
We've got so much things to talk about, man.
Do you know what? We've got so much, and we've got the YouTube videos coming too.
Yeah.
That's something that some people I know
Actually,
have been asking for. By the time it's come out,
they'll know. Yeah, they would have.
hopefully.
Yeah.
So
It's just
yeah.
like
You stop putting timelines on it.
timelines. Yeah. fam.
But yeah, I just wanted to say, if anyone's not listened to my new album, it's called
Hey,
Drift.
Drift.
Yeah, I dropped that last week, Friday, so February the 12th.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can find it on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Pandora, YouTube, all of them, all the digital services. So please give me a listen. Just type in Aaron, so that's AXRON, and then space Drift, so DRIFT, and you will find it's there.
Yes.
Brilliant. But yeah, you've been here with Aaron.
Man, that's Schultz.
Man like DCB,
Oi.
aka Charge
D,
D,
Oi.
aka
Angle Man Dan.
Hey, let's
Dan
go.
now.
We out.
Dan, no, we out.
So just hold on. So actually, do you know what? I'll do it.
clap.
Bro, I'm making something. Bro, am I moving mad?
Yeah. You trying to run it now?
No,